Firstly, Enzo Lefebvre, is he available this weekend?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Dan Ballard,
2. Yeah.
Luco Knight.
No, we'll have to wait probably maybe 1 or 2 weeks more. Yeah.
Dan being available, you made the point last week that the back four that's playing at the moment are very much the back four that you're trusting because they're doing the business.
Absolutely. So I think the full squad did the business because we can't defend only with 4 plus the goalkeeper. We need a full squad involved with the subs as well. So I think the mentality of the squad is really positive. From that point of view, we know that to be competitive in that league, we have to defend together from the beginning until the end, the last second, and it was the case so far.
And in terms of those substitutions at Palace last weekend, you brought Trouder on towards the end in Dan Neil's position. I just wondered what the thinking behind that was.
Yeah, Noah early in the game struggled with his knee, and I think at that moment probably the choice we wanted to do was probably Dan at that minute, but later in the game for the final fight and they went direct. I think a more defensive profile was probably the best solution, and we chose Lucha.
In the first 4 games, I think 3 of the 4, I don't remember it happening at Burnley, but it may have done, you've given possession away in your own half, just inside your own half, and the opposition team has broken on you and had 3-4 good chances to score. Pino at Palace was an example last weekend. Is that a concern for you, that area of sort of defending on the halfway line?
It's still different situations, I think. We conceded the offside against Brentford, the first one, and the second one was Pino. And so here, yeah, we had the possession on our right side, and the question is the balance if we concede a turnover and how we can manage the counter-attacks. So it's a question of culture, I think, and we are getting better. We are not punished so far, but we are on the edge. So it's really important to understand what happened to solve and to fix the problem now, because we know that this league often, if you make this kind of mistake, you concede a goal. It wasn't the case. So I spoke with Noah this morning about this situation, and it's really interesting. It's about the tactical culture, and so far we didn't concede this goal, but we learned, I think, from the situation.
And Villa this weekend, I mean, there's the argument that it's a good time to play them because they've not scored in the Premier League this season and they're not having a good start. And I think you'll be the first to accept that if you're not 100% of your game, you'll be punished.
I don't know if it's the right time to play Villa. They are a strong team. They didn't start well. It's obvious, below their expectations. It's clear. But they are a top 6 team, no doubt. So we'll have to play our best football. It's really obvious and crucial. Without waiting for gifts, it won't happen. After that, we can't control the opposition. If they are a bit weaker, maybe it's better for us, but we don't know.
Are you surprised by their start, bearing in mind, as you say, they finished 6th last season, and it's pretty much the same players, same team?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's still a question of scenario and circumstances sometimes. And confidence is always a bit fragile. We know that's the case for us, it's the case for the best teams in this league. So we know that they have a strong team, well coached, good culture together, so it can start after just one decision. And I know it will happen. I don't know when.
Finally, we saw a little bit of Broby last week. We didn't see Traore, but I'll be like to see the pair of them this weekend against Villa.
We'll see. They have one more week with the squad now, and I think it was important to train with with the team to get to know everyone and our playing principles as well. So one more week, I think it would be useful for them and for us. After that, it's a question of scenario, a question of strength we'll need across this game. We don't know before.
Bris, you've played Eliza through the middle at times, and then Wilson came in and played last week. You've got the new side in Ryan as well. How do you keep all three happy? Because you've got three of them fit and are looking to do well. Three good strikers. How do you ensure that they're all content?
I'm not sure they will be happy the full season because it's not possible in football. And across this competition, we need competition. First of all, to maintain the level, because it's not possible with only one striker. So at least three, I think it's a good number for this position. And probably two of the three are able to play on both sides. So we spoke about this option early in the season with Eli and Wilson. We know that they can play as a 9, but they can play as a winger as well. And when we'll need them, because we have to chase, we have to maintain, I don't know, threat in behind, or we have to keep the ball in other position. If we, as a manager and as a coaching staff, we have different options, it's much better. After that, at that level, I think even if it's not always easy to accept, you need competition. It's better to play every game, every minute, but the reality is it's not possible at that level because you need to be pushed. And human nature, I think, is like that. If you don't have competition, you won't have the best from you. So with this level of competition, it will be the case, I think.
I remember speaking to you in pre-season, and you seemed a little bit concerned that it was taking a while for the new signings to come in and gel, and you said they've got a lot of work to do to become a team. It feels very much like since the Premier League season kicked off, something has clicked there. It feels like they're all gelling. To have 14 new signings and to have got off to the start you have, how pleasantly surprised and pleased are you with that?
I'm happy, first of all, by the relationships they have at the minute and the connection they can create every day here on the training ground, for example, and during the games as well. And after that, it's a question of culture. And we probably, the recruitment process was really efficient because at the minute we can feel that they are ready to understand and to connect with our game model. It's really easy. They understand what we want to do together. They are open to for new ideas as well. And so far, the process is going really well.
Are they building a good relationship off the pitch as well? And are you doing anything? Like, are you doing any team bonding? Or is there anything you're doing to allow them to get to know each other better?
Yeah, nothing unusual, I think. For me, the main part is the game. This is the objective of the season. We want to play the best football as possible to be competitive in that league. And this is the only concern, the only focus. And I think they share this idea. Sometimes in football, you can have other topics around the main topic. And that's not the case for this team. It's not the case anymore. So I think I'm really happy for that. They are really focused on football.
The goalkeeper looks like a very good piece of business, Robin Bris. Do you feel, could he go on to be one of the signings of the summer? To get a player of that ability for £9 million to save that penalty was terrific again last week. Do you think he could go on to be one of the best signings of the season?
I don't know. I hope we'll have others to in the competition. Yes, I said after the game that this league requires this kind of performance. We don't have the choice, and sometimes it will happen for the goalkeeper because he will be really involved. I don't know why, because the game is the game, and the game after it will be the centre back or the winger or the striker. So we need extra performance to be competitive. It's absolutely obvious, and Robin is able to produce this kind of performance.
Just lastly, mate. Chris Sutton, I think, who's working for Sky as one of our pundits at the weekend, former Premier League winner with Blackburn Rovers, and Paul Merson have both predicted an Aston Villa win. They think they'll get their first win on the board on Sunday, away to you guys. You've won your first 2 games at home. Do you feel Sunderland are maybe being underestimated a little bit?
We won't underestimate Villa, for sure. We'll see for them. I'm not sure because they know the league. They know that it's tough to win points, so it will be a tough game, tough challenge, exciting challenge first of all, and we'll see at the end.
You mentioned in one of your answers to Nick, right, you're not completely sure it's a good time to play Villa right now. Why wouldn't it be?
We never know before. Sometimes they can have they can build strong momentum, and because a team becomes complacent, you can kill them. It's possible. And the opposite is they struggle a bit, and then they will react strongly, and we never know when and why. So football is complex. What we know is they have a strong squad, strong team. They are well organized. They have good players, so they can start like that. And so we don't know before. What we can control is our football, the way we want to play at home, especially with our fans, the confidence we got so far, without complacency as well, because we'll get punished. So at the minute, it's our only focus.
And in terms of competition in the squad, Talbot on the right hasn't got a goal and assist since the first game of the season. What qualities does he bring that you like, and is there a chance to see Mayenda on the right again soon?
I think Shams did well. He worked hard for the squad, and is really committed in and out of position. So far, he didn't score or be able to deliver an assist, but he's really well connected with the game model, and he's young, so he's only 20. So he needs time, he needs support, he needs challenges as well. And I told you that we have different options, but at the same time, I think it's important to support the players through different experiences. So they need a bit of time to develop different aspects of their game, and probably the last one, to be clinical in the box, is the most difficult. So if they don't have the support behind them, it's really tough to be successful.
Regis, just with Sunderland making their joint best start to a Premier League season, I wondered on a personal level how proud you are of that, obviously with a lot of games to go, but it's a very, very good start. How proud are you?
Yeah, it's positive, because it's better to start with confidence and belief in the club, the game model, the way we are working together, rather than finding solutions across a tough situation. But at the same time, we know that we'll need 40, 42, 43, 44 points at the end to stay in the league. So it's too early to be happy, but at the same time, it's better to build on strong foundations.
Do you think that's what it's going to take to stay up this season? 42, 43, 44 points?
I don't know. We'll see later.
I'll ask you more for the season. You mentioned Noah, just with his knee issue on the weekend. Is he okay for this weekend?
He's okay.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta talked earlier on this week about his finishers, his substitutes coming off the bench being arguably sometimes more important than the starters. He's obviously taken this concept from rugby union. I wondered what you thought of this concept.
Yeah, I totally agree. We can't be competitive in this league with only 11 players, with the starters. So it's absolutely important to have this depth, depth in the squad, and they have to bring something new. But at the same time, they have also to keep the same level defensively, for example. Because when we are efficient for example, it was the case at Crystal Palace, really efficient defensively, when a new player comes off the bench, he will bring something new with probably the energy, another style of play, maybe, but he has to sustain the level to help the squad to solve problems on the pitch. So it's a question of culture. They need time, but the finishers are really important to be efficient. Yeah.
It's a run of Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Manchester United to come before the next international break. What would be a successful return of points for Sunderland from those 3 games?
I don't want to fix a limit before. At least I think we have to maintain our learning process and the energy of the squad through the different game we'll have to face. It will be 3 different experiences, tough challenges, so interesting, I think. So I think I liked so far the mindset of the squad, even when we knew before, for example, at Crystal Palace, it was a tough challenge, but we were proactive. We tried to embrace the challenge. We tried to put on the pitch our identity, even if it was tough sometimes. And it's exactly what I expect from this run.
Just finally for me on Sunday is the Bradley Lowry match day for Sunderland Football Club. I just wondered how much you knew of Bradley's story before coming to Sunderland and how important match days are like this when we talk about a subject like cancer.
Yeah, it's the connection with I think the whole city is really important for the club. And you can have tough stories like that. It's really so. Football is about pleasure. You can lose sometimes, but we are here to help people to feel better. I think at the end, and it was the case last season and the beginning of this season. And around football, you have many things, and I think it's really important to support this topic.
Reggie, just going back to Robin Rose, why was he the keeper you targeted and what did you see in him initially from afar?
It's not easy to recruit a goalkeeper, to be fair, and especially from another league, because we don't know how he will adapt in this league. So it was the case from another country to England. Is it in Championship or in the Premier League? But especially in the Premier League. But the work behind the scenes was really important with the goalkeeping staff, the recruitment structure, and me. We were involved in the process, and I think at the end we agreed that his profile was really well connected with our expectations, even if he's really young. And it's always a risky situation, but the collective work was really efficient, I think.
And just on players like Bris and all the rest who arrived this summer, obviously it's all well and good getting them to connect into your game model, but how did you get them to connect to the city and what it means to the people here? Because of course we've seen just how important the fans and the culture and the club and the city can all be to firing Sunderland forward. So how did you get them to buy into this area?
I think the main point for them is the size of the stadium and the fan base. When we tell them how important are these topics here in Sunderland, I think we have a specific identity. So for them, for some of them, it's not an important point. For others, they understand that could be a really positive challenge for them to connect with people, with a fan base so involved in the club. So for Robin, for example, I think he was excited by that.